As soon as her son James started driving lessons, some months before his 18th birthday, Nina Osland sold her car. She knew he would have to have one eventually. Modern life without the car was no fun at all, as she was soon to discover, but she was damned if he was going to kill himself in hers. Unfortunately, the man who answered her advertisement in Loot, also a worrier, was buying a car for his 17-year-old daughter, reasoning that she would be safer behind a wheel after dark than walking the street. A statistical fallacy. He brought her along for the test drive. She was slim and blonde, with a pierced navel displayed in defiance of February weather, between the bottom half of a cropped t-shirt and jeans, and large, unnaturally high breasts jammed together by a cruelly wired bra. She can practically rest her chin on them, Nina thought, handing over the keys to the father, who had just emerged from a rust inspection of the car's undercarriage. "Do you keep it in the garage?" he asked, squeezing behind the steering wheel and ramming the front seat backwards with the screech of metal on metal. "Not often," said Nina, who had decided she wouldn't volunteer prejudicial information, the dodgy catch on the rear seatbelt, for example, unless she had to, but neither would she lie. The careful deployment of truth and silence was something she had inherited, or perhaps learned, from her diplomat father, and besides, James had appeared on the doorstep to eavesdrop. His hair was unbrushed, and he held a dry Weetabix in one hand. He ate the wretched things on the hoof, leaving flakes like monster dandruff all over the house. She waved him back inside, unwilling to have her sales pitch overheard. "Do you want to take it for a drive?" The girl was in the passenger seat. Nina watched her surreptitiously checking her makeup in the mirror on the sun visor. She caught Nina's eye and blushed for a mask of foundation. "Do you mind?" said the man. "Just round the block, see how it runs." "Go ahead." "I wonder if she's had implants," Nina wondered idly. "Do you want to come with me?" the man asked, a little embarrassed. "I mean, in case I steal it." "No, it's okay," Nina smiled. "After all, you might kidnap me." "You think I look more like a kidnapper than a car thief?" he said. "That's interesting." "You don't look much like either," Nina admitted, observing him properly for the first time. Before he had spoken, she had written him off as beneath her interest, but now she bothered to look, she could see a tall, balding man in his mid-40s, with tired eyes and a pleasant, decent face. A man who loved his daughter. "To be honest, I'm more worried about getting lost," he said. "I might never find my way back." "You can take James with you," said a voice which Nina recognised as hers, but which seemed to have come direct from the devil himself. I have seen the future, she thought, as she watched James climb into the back seat behind the girl. An hour later she was £3,000 richer, but could take no pleasure from the fact. It was 2 months before Nina saw the girl again, and this time she was wearing even less. Nina had already deduced that James had acquired a girlfriend, noticing, for instance, that he was more often out than upstairs playing on his computer, and that he had become much more punctilious about his appearance than his schoolwork. Her heart had heaved in her chest when she saw the tubes of face wash and spot cream in the bathroom, and caught the aftershock of some new peppery cologne in the back of her throat. James was also spending more time than ever loitering in the back garden, talking on his mobile phone, a phenomenon baffling to Nina, as whenever his friends came round they seemed to get along quite happily all evening without even resorting to speech. Reception was apparently poor inside the house, which contained a normal phone to which he had unrestricted access, so James was obliged instead to pace up and down outside like a water diviner in search of a powerful signal. Sometimes, when it rained, Nina would see him duck into the call box on the corner of the street for shelter, and emerge minutes later, still talking,